Huh, well, I guess she didn't get the memo. We're going to be looking at some videos of women making outrageous claims, doing outrageous things, or whatever. In this case, it was a woman doing something outrageous because we all know that the bears are safer than the men, and she wouldn't run that way, screaming from a man. And this is just a little bitty bear. So, now before we get started, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed because YouTube doesn't subscribe people every single day. You can find me on Rumble, Twitter, X, BitChute, and Odyssey. Well, let's get into another video.
Can we talk about illegal immigrants? Because our country is literally full of them. And I'm talking specifically about the whiteys, the Caucasians, the white people in America.
Yeah, that's not true.
They literally are here illegally.
Nope, that's not how it works. If you don't have a nation established, you can't say that they invaded your nation. You can say that they invaded your lands maybe, but there was no law keeping them from coming here. If there was a law keeping them from coming here, then that would be a different story. But my ancestors came here as explorers, colonizers, settlers, all those things.
Their ancestors are criminals that came here illegally. And I don't know, maybe in the future we can do like a mass deportation, like all these white Americans just, they can go be refugees in Europe or something. Or like we can like have like a spot in America where like the refugees can go, and obviously we'll provide them with care and stuff, but it's important that they do it the right way. Just because their ancestors didn't doesn't mean they should get the benefits of that. And I think that they should become like they should be deported until they can like work their way back and get a citizenship the right way, like the way I did it. I did all the paperwork. They should also have.
So you're complaining about being allowed into a country that is founded by white people for white people, and they let you come in here, do a legal process that you enjoy doing. But you're saying that I did not come through this legal process, and neither your ancestors did not get to where they were through a legal process, if you go back far enough. Right? This is true of everybody. Human beings just sprang up through evolutionary means or through whatever religion you believe in. And they inhabited the land, and then they spread across the land. So by your logic, I'm assuming that you're some sort of Hispanic. Your ancestors should go back to Asia, go back to Siberia and stay there.
Too. Because again, we don't need more criminals in this country. It's already full of them.
And you're one of them, I'm guessing. I bet you have broken the law many times. I'm going to go back here for a second. Notice her glasses. Oh yeah, who invented those? Oh yeah, it was those white people. Let's go back here. You could look over her left shoulder on the right side of the screen there. You see the ceiling fan in the background. Huh. Wonder who invented that. Was it? Oh yeah, white man. Yeah, that's right. Okay. You can pretty much say that about everything that's been invented. I mean, yeah, there's been inventions from other people who were not white or who were not male, but almost everything was invented by white men that we use today, so I don't know what to tell you.
Might come with the best intentions. They also get caught in the trap. So the brain drain, Africa really needs the brains. We are the most intelligent race on the face of the planet. We invented almost everything that made this society and every society on the face of the planet human.
Really? That's impressive. So you're the most intelligent race on the face of the planet. Well, according to IQ tests, which we have going back for decades, almost 100 years now, at least in large scale, you're not. And you have every opportunity in the United States, no matter what race you are. So let's see what else she has to say about Africans and how amazing they are.
And when I mean human, I mean as in toilets, sanitary, everything comes from Africa.
Nope, but toilets and sanitary were not invented in Africa.
Chair, the traffic light,
the chair. Guess what? She's right about that, as far as I can tell. According to my research, the chair was invented in Egypt. What race of people come out of Egypt? Is it... Oh yeah, it's Caucasians, that's right. At least any time in the last few thousand years.
car, the computer. What is it we haven't created?
The car was actually invented in Europe. This is well known and well documented. You did not invent the computer. Again, that was invented by white men. It's like, where do these people get these ideas from?
But our brains are going across. There were more, I think, doctors from...
Yeah, I don't know what she's going to say about doctors. They're probably doctors from Nigeria or something stupid. And it's like, okay, doesn't mean that they're good doctors. So anyway, moving on.
The reason why I don't use the term good morning, did you know back in slavery days, after the masters had beaten us, taken our children, raped us, hung us, burned us, and then left us in a dark shed overnight, they would literally...
These people act like it was a genocide. There's millions and millions upon millions of black people in the world.
Open up the door and they would greet us by saying, did you have a good morning? Meaning, did you cry all night over the things that we've done to your loved ones? So this is the reason why I took good morning out of my vocabulary. Because truly, if you think about it, there is absolutely nothing good about mourning. Ashe, ashe.
Well, we can see this is coded for white people are evil, especially white men, right? Because she's talking about slavery in the United States, which of course is coded for only black people were enslaved, which is not true. There were other people who were enslaved as well. At least they were indentured servants. And not only that, it wasn't only white people enslaving the Africans. The Native Americans enslaved them as well. Good morning. What is the etymology of good morning? According to my research, it comes from German, which would be guten Morgen. Morgen referring to either morning or tomorrow. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but the word mourning in German, as in to be sad, to mourn your loss, isn't pronounced like the word morning in English, referring to either the time of day or your overcoming of a loss. So let me take a look at this here. So there you go. Mourning as in to mourn a loss in German is actually a word Trauer. Not at all similar to the time of day. So this person is full of crap.
We are talking specifically about white men. And I'm just going to say it. Fucking unapologetically going to say it. White men are the most dangerous species in the entire fucking world.
Wait a second. You're messing with me, right? I mean, you got a white father, don't you? You're pulling my leg. I'm sure this can't be serious. Come on now.
To women. And to everyone else. So we can reframe, right? Men want to be like, well, not all men. It's always a white man that fucking says that, by the way. Not all men are like that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm 1/4 Slavic, so does that count? I'm not white. Does that make me not white? I don't know. I'm going to say it. Not all men. And it's not all white men either. There are bad men, yes. There are bad women. I don't know what to tell you. There are bad people in the world. For the most part, most of the time, people want to do good.
Okay, so let's reframe the question. Would you rather be trapped in the woods with a white man or a black man? A white man or an Arab man?
You really want me to answer those questions? Are you being serious here?
A white man or an Asian man? A white man or an Italian man?
Wait a second. Italian men are white. I don't know what you're talking about here. Italian men are white.
This one might be tough. A white man or a Frenchman?
What? Okay. White Frenchmen are white. This woman is an idiot. This is what the problem is.
White men are the problem. You are who we are all afraid of. And if you all do not start fucking changing your shit, we're gonna come fucking eat you. That?
Okay then. Well, crazy knows no color. None at all. And wow, this woman is insane and stupid.
Straight people are getting too comfortable. I said what I said. Some things are not yours to talk about, joke about, or say. And you should go back to being deathly afraid of offending people.
Okay then. That sounds like a threat. I'm definitely afraid of people. Yep. So, I'm allowed to talk about anything. She said I'm not allowed to talk about some things. No, I'm allowed to talk about anything. That is essential for us to get better as a species. Is we can talk about anything. And if I want to tell a joke, then why are you so offended by my joke? It's a joke. People say jokes all the time about me. You know, one category or another that I fit into. And I go, okay, whatever. I can choose to be offended by that, or I can go, okay, well, that was a joke, or that person is stupid and wrong. Whatever. Wow.
Women don't owe you pretty and they don't owe you nice, and I think that that's why men get so confused when we say all men, because we live under a system that perpetuates these same harmful ideas, and men who do not stand up against that, do not deconstruct it, and do not actively fight against it are continuing to perpetuate the problem.
Okay, speed talker. I thought I talked fast. I actually have to slow myself down quite a bit for these videos, so if you think I'm talking fast, I apologize. I'm trying to talk slowly. Yeah, you owe us pretty, and you owe us nice. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. If you want to get along in the world, why aren't you nice? That's really kind of an important thing. And as far as being pretty is concerned, well, we're going to talk about that.
That is why you have to be anti-racist in order to not be racist, in the same way men need to be like anti-patriarchy to be on the side and allied with women. I do hate men. There, I said it. You can call me a misandrist. That doesn't hurt my feelings.
Yeah, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a father? Do you have a brother? You have a ring on your finger there. That's her left hand. There's a ring on that finger. I don't know what kind of ring that is. Maybe that's not an engagement ring or a wedding ring. But typically you're going to wear, on that hand, you're going to wear a ring that is going to indicate that you're taken. And why do you hate men? Why don't you take a step back? You're wearing braces. Was your orthodontist a woman? I'm betting that most orthodontists are men. Oh. Well, I stand corrected. Most orthodontists are women, apparently. Weird. 68% female and 32% male. But you're in a car that was invented by men. I bet the people who built this car were mostly men. Why are you so set on hating half the population? Population of people who would want to take someone like you and just be good to you. As long as you were good to him, he would want to care for you and protect you. I don't know why women are like this.
That doesn't make me feel inferior. I simply do not believe that we can inherently inflict more violence on men than they already are through patriarchy. And even through these subtle nuances of patriarchy, men might think, I'm a good guy, I don't participate, I don't hit women, I don't grape women. Buddy, if you're not calling out the people around you, then you're just as complicit. When men...
Okay, I'll do that. I'll go ahead and I'll call out the people around me who hit women or grape at them. I know no men who do that. I know 0 men who want that in their life. The only man I've ever known who's struck a woman is actually a relative of mine, and he's dead. And I would definitely call him out for doing that. And I do not associate with men who admit to me that they would grape a woman. That's fucking disgusting. It's horrifying. Why would you put a person through that? Why would you take something that's supposed to be amazing and make it an act of violent degradation? If you do that, you're a horrible human being.
Men continue to stay friends with men who cheat on their partners, with men who abandon their families. They are just as bad. You are who you surround yourself with. Billie Eilish just made a song, Birds of a Feather.
Well, it's none of my business what goes on in your behind closed doors in your relationship. You have to parse that out for yourself. If you made a choice to get into a situation and there is no abuse going on, no neglect going on, and you get out of that situation just because you're unhappy, then you're not a good person. Basic statement, right? We can just assume that you're not a good person, but if there's abuse, neglect, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
Flock together or what have you. If you are around those types of people and you're not actively being like, bro, that's not chill, we don't treat people like that, then you're just as bad as your bro.
No, I would just stop associating with those people. If it was a family member, I'd be like, why are you doing that? That's not okay. But I wouldn't be like, we don't do that. I'm not your parent. I would want to know what the person is thinking and why they're doing it. And I might stop associating them even if they were a family member. Well, let's take a look at here. She doesn't know what's pretty. Why are you wearing makeup then? Why are you pretty? Why do you have symmetrical features, soft features? I don't see any wrinkles here. Why are you putting on makeup to cover up your bags under your eyes? Why are you putting on lip gloss? Why are you wearing jewelry? Why is your hair styled the way that it is? To make you look, oh, it's for women, right? It's for the other women. Why are you wearing that tight shirt? As far as I can tell, she's an attractive woman. Maybe she's not your cup of tea, but she hits all the hallmarks that we consider attractive in the Western world. You don't have to be that way. Why are you that way? Who is forcing you to wear makeup? I have here some images from the 1800s. Here's a woman from the 1800s. Does she look like she's wearing makeup? I don't think she is, but maybe she is. Who's forcing her to wear that makeup? How about this one here? I don't see any makeup there. It doesn't look like it. How about this one here? She doesn't look like she has any makeup on at all. How about this one here? Nope, no makeup. Here's another one. Maybe zoom this one in a little bit. She's wearing jewelry. She has earrings. And then here's this one here. These women aren't wearing makeup. Why not? Who forces these women to wear makeup today? It's because we advanced as a civilization and women chose to buy makeup. I know, the patriarchy, it's unrealistic beauty standards that men have, that men foist onto women. Are you telling me that these women in these images I've shown you here wouldn't want to enhance their beauty somehow if they could? To become more competitive? To get a higher quality mate? You would have lost your minds. These women, I don't even understand. I mean, I just don't know what they're doing and thinking. I understand the hypocrisy, it's crazy to me, whatever it is. What's going on? The modern woman, you leave them to their own devices, and this is what you end up with. Now, this one I think is fake, but if it's real, it's pretty terrible.
Money is in your guys' bank account.
I got like 1,200.
Like 70K?
How much?
Yeah.
70K. What you mean 70K?
What do you mean? My dad gave it to me.
You made me pay for all this and you got 70K?
You're my boyfriend. Why wouldn't you pay for my thing?
Well, I mean, if you got 70K, I mean, you should be paying for it.
Yeah, but usually guys supposed to pay for things.
This is a serious problem. Like, I'm not even kidding. I paid for
What are you
dinner.
getting mad at me?
That was $400.
You're supposed to pay for my shit.
You got 70K?
You're my boyfriend. You're supposed to pay for my shit. It's not my fault you're broke. How is that my fault? What do you mean we're done? If you're gonna scream at me, then leave.
You made the right choice.
All right, so yeah, I think it's fake. I think that they set this up. Maybe they didn't. Maybe it's 100% real, and she does have that much money in her bank account, and she is not sharing it with her boyfriend. If you're going to partner with somebody, I mean, you got to work out your finances, but it seems to me that typically if you're going to partner long term, especially if you're going to be living together, you share finances. That's just how it is. There's no this, oh, I make 100K a year, you make 30K a year. That's what we make. When you run out of money, you can't enjoy the fun things that I do. I got my extra, thousands of dollars, and I'm going to go out and do fun stuff with. You get to sit at home. No, this is a partnership. Why wouldn't you want to do these things with your partner? I don't understand it myself, but yeah, if this is in fact true, this girl is, again, hypocrisy. We're equal. Oh, no. Oh, it's my money, though. And we've seen this before in plenty of videos. If you're watching my videos, you've probably seen plenty of other videos where when we're like, my money is my money and his money is my money. The modern Western woman, gentlemen, you gotta love it. I'm gonna end on this one here with a good old camel toe. See what she has to say.
In the case of the stealing of reproductive freedom from the women of America, Donald Trump is guilty.
And of course, everybody claps. Donald Trump is guilty. How so? Are you making the argument that he is responsible for placing justices in the Supreme Court who voted this down, who voted Roe v. Wade out? If you're making that argument, it's a piss poor argument, because did Donald Trump go to each one of these judges and say, hey, how are you going to vote on Roe v. Wade? Let's get Roe v. Wade out. Did he do that? If he did that, okay. Then he might have a leg to stand on. But he probably didn't do that. I mean, really? Is he going to go find these justices and be like, oh yeah, they're definitely going to be voting against Roe v. Wade? And the fact that Roe v. Wade is not a national law doesn't mean that women do not have reproductive rights. Women still have a lot of reproductive rights all across this country. And if it's so bad, go to a different country. The fact of the matter is, you don't have to have sex. If you do have sex, you have a plethora of different birth control you can use. So really what this comes down to is, what is freedom? What is the definition of freedom? And you want to throw it back 100 years, there was basically 3 types of birth control. You don't do it in the front, or you use a condom. That's it. You could try pulling out, but that's tricky. You never know what you're going to get when you do that. So, yeah, I don't see this as being anything that should be taken seriously, but of course these people are taking it seriously because they have TDS. You don't care if you don't like Donald Trump, but have good reasons for it. This is all just TDS, though. If you're a camel toe supporter, I mean, it's probably because you have TDS, because she's not a good option. You just want to get Trump. You just want to keep Trump from being in office. And why? He was already in office once. Did the world fall off of its axis like everybody claims it did? No, it didn't. So maybe get over that and live in the real world. I've heard women lamenting that they're not taken seriously. You look at just this one video alone. It's enough evidence to suggest that women shouldn't be taken seriously. And I could probably make a dozen more of these. That's all I got for this time. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.